everybody, my name is Erica and today I'm going to be announcing my TBR for the May the Force Read With You Readathon. This readathon was created by Eric from Break Even Books and it is co-hosted by Steph from Coffee Over Apples and Leslie from The Nerdy Narrative. So this is the second year this readathon is happening and it is officially May, so we're getting right into it right at the beginning. There are tons of prompts for this readathon. There are like so many details. They made it so specific. I love it so much. So I'm going to be leaving all of that information down below because I cannot go into all of it because it's a lot. But last year I participated in the light side challenges and I don't actually think I completed all of them. It's been kind of a rough time. I'm hoping I can get to all the challenges this year that I'm participating in. So for my TBR, I'm going to be doing the dark side challenges this year, and those are all of the dark side abilities prompts. And I have a lot of other prompts that I could do, but I'm struggling with my readings. I'm just going to be doing the 5 abilities prompts for the dark side challenges this year. I'm going to be telling you what those are and which books I plan to read for those prompts. So let's just get right into it. First one is Lightning, a book that you think will shock you. For this prompt, I plan on reading Sundial by Catriona Ward. This book follows this woman named Rob. Rob is just trying to live like a normal life with her family, but she realizes something kind of weird is going on with one of her daughters. I mean, her whole family's kind of weird, but some weird stuff is happening with her daughter. She's kind of like talking to herself or like talking to invisible people and like keeps bones and stuff. So Rob realizes she needs to go back to her roots, back to her home in Sundial, because that's where she thinks she's going to get answers about what's happening to her daughter. It's reminding her a lot of things that happened to her in her past. So she goes back to kind of confront those things and see if she can figure out what's going on. But it turns out something dark and mysterious is happening and only one of them might make it out alive. This book is like psychological horror, like thriller novel, and it would actually go for a different prompt that I will mention, but I thought for this one it'd be good because I feel like it's going to shock me. It's a pretty short read too, so I'm hoping that I can get through it pretty quickly. And I already started it last night because I finished one of the other books. But yeah, so I'm excited to dive into this one and accomplish an anticipated release and a challenge for this readathon. The next dark side prompt is Seduction, and this one is a book with a pretty cover. For this one I decided to go with Sophie and the Bone Song by Adrienne Tooley, which was also on my anticipated releases list. And this book I actually already finished yesterday and I loved it so much. I wanted to give it 5 stars, but I definitely only give it 4 stars, but I'll do that at the end of the wrap up. But this book follows this girl named Sophie who has been training her entire life to take her father's place as a music. So music is the only art form in this world that has not been affected by magic. The witches are all in hiding, and so the kingdom has kind of used magic as like it's kind of like payment. They've taken their magic and put it in the form of like these things called papers. And so people use that, and music is the only art form that has not been affected. So it's really this like elite form of art that only certain people are allowed to use. Like only privileged people who are in the Guild of Musics are allowed to perform publicly. And Sophie's father is one of them. So Sophie has literally been training her entire life since she was like 2 years old to take her father's spot. Then one day the king decides that they need to have more people joining the guild, so now they have to audition really fast. Sophie auditions and does really well, but a girl steps in after her, doesn't even own a lute or anything, doesn't have an instrument, she just plans on singing, which everyone thinks is super bizarre. This girl named Laura steps in and ends up doing better than Sophie. She ends up becoming the next music, an apprentice under Sophie's father. But then later that day or like the next day, Sophie's father is found dead. So now Laura has no one to train under and she's very new to all of this. She didn't even know what she was auditioning for. Now she has to travel with Laura and train her, even though this was her dream, and it's really hard for her to kind of do that. She really wants to see Laura fail. Sophie wants to prove that Laura cheated and they used magic, but they end up kind of falling for one another on this journey. Sophie really starts to discover her past and kind of realize how abusive her father was, and she has to kind of relearn her love for music in a different way. And I just loved this book. I loved it so much. And the cover is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if my light's like ruining it because it's a library copy, so it's all glossy. But it's so pretty and it's so well written. It's Adrienne Tooley's sophomore novel and it's so good. It did not cease to amaze me. Alright, our next dark side prompt is Force Fear, a horror or thriller novel. For this one I could have used Sundial, and now I'm kind of thinking if I can find something else I might have to. For this one I wanted to read The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, but it has not come into the library yet and there are a lot of holds, so we'll see if it comes in the next week or so. If not, I might have to change it or buy it, I guess. It follows this woman who is going to go visit her brother because she quit her job and she doesn't really have anything else lined up. So she goes to Paris to go stay with her brother, and when she gets there, he's not there. She kind of has to dive into his lifestyle and meet the people that he knows to kind of see what's going on, what happened to him, all of that. So that one I'm excited to read if I can get my hands on it, and I really want to complete it for this readathon, but I guess we will see. Next Dark Side Abilities prompt is corruption. Start a series. I think it's funny because it's like you get kind of corrupted when you do start a series, because if you love it, it like changes your whole life and sometimes drives you mad. Of course, someone is doing construction right now as I'm filming this video. Why right now? Okay, I must get this filmed before they do it. Okay, so for this prompt, I plan on reading The Bone Shard Daughter, and this one I am so excited to read. I think it's sapphic, or I know it's LGBT in some way, but I'm so excited about it. So this book follows this girl named Lynn, who is the Emperor's daughter, but not his heir. Her memories have been erased by a mysterious illness. In order to overthrow her father and take her rightful place, she has to learn the Bone Shard magic, which everyone in her kingdom like fears. So I just feel like this book sounds amazing. It's cool. I don't know, it's just gonna be lovely, I feel like. I'm so sorry about this construction. This is my only time I can film, and of course they decided to do it right now. And I have an audition later. I'm just irritated. And the last one for the dark side prompt is mind control. Having a pet or another person choose your book. This one I'm going to be going with The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. My sister did choose this book for me, and I don't know if I'll be able to get through it. I'm only 50 pages in right now, and I'm not going to go into details about what it's about, mainly because I'm going between construction happening right now as I'm trying to film this, so hope I can get to this month, but it is a long book, so we'll see if I can get through it for the readathon. My sister wanted it. She did actually buy this for me, so she chose it, and I've been wanting to get into this series. I just feel like it's so intimidating to me, which goes for another prompt, but I don't know if it would count. Alright everybody, I'm so sorry about the construction going on and me kind of rushing through this ending, but I'm hoping I can get through all of these books for the May the Force Read With You readathon. This readathon is so cool. Star Wars means the world to me. It has for sure changed my life, and I'm so happy I started watching them. And there are a lot of series I have not watched yet that I need to get into. But you know, one day I'll get to all of it. But I'm very excited for this readathon. I love that Eric went into so many details for it. I'm excited to do some reading sprints, hopefully, and get to talk more in the Discord with everybody. Hopefully y'all can participate. If you are participating, hello. And I'm very excited to dive into this readathon for the month of May. That is all I have for you today. If you like this video, be sure to give it a nice little thumbs up. If you want to keep following me on this booktube journey, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at EricaAGobble. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!